Our final crackle, distant rain against the window, Spies electric piano in it slowly, midnight hanging from the ceiling, blue light dripping off the wall, phone screen glowing like a warning, but nobody ever calls. So innocent rises softly. There's a version of me somewhere, still alive behind these eyes, but lately I can't seem to reach him. No matter how hard I try, minimal drums and slow heartbeat grooves. I've been staring at the same four corners, trying not to drown inside my head. Every thought turns into static, every silence feels too loud instead. Coffee getting colder by the hour, curtains never open anymore. I can hear the city moving while I'm frozen to the floor. Pictures hanging like old ghosts now, memories losing all their color. Funny how a crowded timeline still can't make me feel discovered. Bass deepens in best way, pants well, and I keep pretending I'm alright, when my soul's been running low. I smile just enough to hide it, but the mirror already knows. Full emotional expansion, warm laid harmony. I'm fading in my own room, slowly turning into someone I don't recognize. Every night feels longer, every thought gets darker after midnight. I'm losing pieces of myself, somewhere between the shadows and the ceiling light. I keep reaching for a feeling, but it disappears every time. Soft falsetto echoes every time, every time, every time, every time. Drums pull back slightly, intimate vocal delivery. Friends say I should go outside more. Maybe they can hear it in my tone. Maybe isolation got so comfortable I forgot what feeling alive feels like at all. There's laundry sitting by the doorway, songs half finished on my phone, conversations left on red, cause I don't know how to explain this kind of alone. Electric guitar texture shimmer quietly, and the worst part about losing yourself is nobody notices at first. You just slowly disappear in pieces till exhaustion becomes your normal world. Strings begin to swell beneath vocals. I keep telling everybody, yeah, I'm good, just tired lately. But the truth is every morning feels a little harder to face me. Larger harmonies, wider atmosphere. I'm fading in my own room, slowly turning into someone I don't recognize. Every night feels longer, every thought gets darker after midnight. I'm losing pieces of myself, somewhere between the shadows and the ceiling light. I keep reaching for a feeling, but it disappears every time. Drop out completely. Only piano, ambience, and distant reverb. Maybe I don't need fiction, maybe I just need air. Maybe I stayed inside my mind too long, till nothing else was there. Long pause, soft inhale. I miss laughing without forcing it. I miss silence, feeling peaceful. I miss waking up with energy instead of trying just to survive another evening. Full cinematic, live layer, falsettos, emotional climax. I'm fading in my own room, but maybe I don't have to stay this way forever. Maybe there's still light somewhere past the heavy nights and stormy weather. I'm finding pieces of myself hidden underneath the weight I carried all this time. And maybe healing starts the moment you finally admit you're not alright. Quiet like harmonies rise softly. Not alright, not alright. Drums disappear, soft rain returns. Ooh. Blue light dancing on the ceiling. Morning slowly fills the sky, and for the first time in a while, I finally let myself cry. Final crackle fades into silence. There's a stranger in the mirror tonight. Same face, different soul. And I swear every passing month I've been getting harder to hold. Deep ambient bass hum, and it's softly. I used to recognize my eyes, now they just look tired all the time. Slow drums handled with soft rim shots and warm sub bass. Another long night, pacing circles, kitchen lights still flickering on. Phone full of half-written messages, none of them ever sent to anyone. The city breathing through the window, red taillights bleeding in the rain. Everybody moving somewhere, while I'm standing still inside my pain. Soft electric guitar echoes. I've been smiling in conversations, just enough so nobody asks. How do you explain to people you forgot who you are so fast? The any pads widen, ambient pads widen, vocal harmonies begin rising. 'Cause lately every version of me feels disconnected from my skin, like I'm watching life happen, but I'm not really inside it. Full of motion, no expansion, playing harmonies and wider drums. The mirror don't know me anymore, and honestly, neither do I keep searching through reflection, trying to find the boy I left behind. Every night I lose a little more, somewhere between exhaustion and pride. And the silence gets heavier every single time. Falsetto echoes drift into reverb. Don't know me anymore, don't know me anymore. I miss when music used to save me. Now it just keeps me awake. Every melody sounds beautiful, but still can't numb the way. Friends say I've been disappearing, And maybe they're right this time, 'cause I stopped posting how I'm feeling. The same moment I stopped feeling alive. Warm strings slowly rise underneath. There's an open mail beside the doorway. Dust collecting near the TV stand. Little signs of someone struggling. Nobody else would understand. And the worst thing about burnout is you don't notice when it starts. You just slowly lose your reflection, piece by piece, part by part. I keep saying I'm just tired, like those words explain enough. But exhaustion hits different when your spirit's giving up. Larger harmonies of motion, full emotional expansion. Later harmonies and wide drums. The mirror don't know me anymore, and honestly, neither do I keep searching through reflection, trying to find the boy I left behind. Every night I lose a little more, somewhere between exhaustion and pride. And the silence gets heavier every single time. Drums drop out completely, isolated piano and ambient rain. Maybe healing starts with honesty. Maybe I've been hiding too long. Maybe strength ain't acting fearless. Maybe strength is saying something's wrong. Long I was free, pause. I miss feeling excited for mornings. I miss peace inside my chest. I miss looking in the mirror without feeling emotion and undressed. Full cinematic climax, there falsettos and swelling strings. The mirror don't know me anymore, but maybe I can learn myself again. Maybe broken parts still matter. Maybe darkness doesn't always win. Every scar still tells a story. Every heavy night eventually ends. And maybe losing who I was is how I become myself again. Stacked harmonies so softly, become myself again. Become myself again. Rain on dance returns. Soft roads, piano fading slowly. Morning light leaks through the curtains. Clouds finally turning gold, and for a second I can feel it. Maybe I'm not too far gone. Vinyl crackle fades into silence. Soft rain and bands, distant traffic outside. Muted roads, chords slowly appear. This apartment getting heavier at night. Every room echoes my thoughts back loud, and I think that silence finally learned my name. Deep ambient scent slowly rises. Maybe healing was never meant to happen alone. Minimal drums and a softly slow emotional groove. I keep the TV running in the background just to trick my mind into feeling less empty. But every voice starts sounding distant when your spirit's tied this deeply. The clock keeps dragging through the darkness. 2 a.m. turning into 4, and somehow the nights keep getting colder, even with all the windows closed. Soft electric guitar texture shimmer. This dish is sitting in a sink untouched. Laundry folded on the chair for days. Little signs that I'm surviving, but not really living anyway. And lately every conversation feels like acting in a role, 'cause I'm master sounding fine while quietly losing control. Subtly, I think I stayed inside too long. Now the silence feels alive, and every overthinking night keeps swallowing pieces of my mind. Full emotional expansion, laying harmony in on the sweet drums. Maybe it got too quiet to heal. Too many nights alone with how I feel. Every thought turns into a storm when there's nobody around to pull me out of it. Maybe I disappear slowly, right in front of everybody, smiling while my soul got harder to reach. Maybe it got too quiet to heal me. Falsetto harmony echoes softly. Too quiet, too quiet. Drums pull back in nibble livery. Friends keep asking where I've been lately. I say working just to dodge the truth. 'Cause how do you explain emotional exhaustion when even you don't understand what you're going through? I miss laughing without hesitation. I miss music feeling light. Now every song sounds like a memory of someone I used to be before these nights. Warm strings slowly enter beneath vocals. There's a cold coffee sitting by my notebook. 3 unfinished songs on my phone. Funny how I write about connection while feeling disconnected at home. And the scariest part about isolation ain't the silence or the empty room. It's realizing you got so comfortable that you stopped trying to leave it too. Drums built slightly, emotional tension rising. Every passing night I tell myself tomorrow I'll feel different sooner. But healing moves slower than overthinking, and I'm exhausted, right? Larger harmonies full of emotional release. Maybe it got too quiet to hear. Full and white to hear. Too many nights alone with how I feel. Too many thoughts turns into a storm when there's nobody around to pull me out of it. Maybe I disappear slowly, right in front of everybody, smiling while my soul got harder to reach. Maybe it got too quiet to heal it. Drums disappear completely. Isolated piano and angry room tone. Maybe peace ain't found in hiding. Maybe people need people sometimes. Maybe strength ain't isolation. Maybe healing starts outside your mind. Soft inhale, long, long sleep. Pause, I forgot what sunlight felt like. I forgot what fresh air does. I forgot the world still moves even when you feel emotionally stuck. Finematic climax, soaring on the strings, swell emotional lift. Maybe it got too quiet to shield. But maybe I don't have to stay here forever. Maybe opening the curtains is the first step toward feeling better. Maybe there's still life inside me underneath these heavy nights and tired eyes. And maybe healing starts the moment you stop pretending that you're alright. Stack falsetto so gently. You're right, yeah. You're right. Drums fade away. Soft rain erodes, piano remains. Morning light slips through the window. dust floating through the gold sunrise. And for the first time in a while, I finally step outside. Final crackle fades into silence. Soft cassette hits, distant thunder. Lonely roads your piano into slowly. Street lights bleeding through the blinds. Room cold even with the fan on. Another night talking to my ceiling, like it might finally answer me back. Ambient scent hum rises softly. Somewhere between 2 a.m. and empty, I started losing track of myself again. Minimal kick and rim shot groove in a slow late night pocket. The city moving outside my window, headlights drifting across the wall. Everybody chasing something, while I can barely move at all. I've been sleeping with the TV glowing, just to make the silence less aggressive. Cause every quiet moment lately turns emotion less expensive. Soft guitar texture shimmer in the distance. There's unfinished dreams on my laptop, old text messages I still reread. Funny how memories get louder when loneliness starts to peak. And maybe I got too comfortable, turning pain into personality. Now I don't know where the sadness ends, or where the real me used to be. Deep sub bass swells gently as the sun pass widen. I keep saying I'm just overwhelmed, but honestly it feels much deeper. Like every night my thoughts get heavier, and every morning gets harder to reach. Full emotional expansion, late harmonies bloom. Somewhere between 2 a.m. and empty, I stop feeling like myself. Every reflection looks familiar, but emotionally it's somebody else. Somewhere between heartbreak and exhaustion, I forgot how peace was supposed to feel. Now every night I stay awake, trying to survive what's real. Falsetto echoes drift in a river. 2 a.m. and empty. 2 a.m. and empty. Drum soft and slightly intimate vocal tone. Friends keep telling me to go outside, like sunlight can repair everything. But they don't hear the noise inside me, or understand this kind of spiraling. I miss when nights felt beautiful, now darkness feels emotionally loud. I miss excitement for tomorrow, instead of barely making it through now. Warm strings begin rising underneath, coffee cups beside the mattress, songs unfinished in my notes. Every little thing around me feels like proof I lost my hope. And the scariest part about overthinking ain't the sadness or how slowly it convinces you that you deserve nothing less. Drums built with emotional tension. I've been carrying visible weight so long I forgot it's there, till every little task feels impossible and breathing starts feeling unfair. Larger harmonies, cinematic emotional lift somewhere between 2 a.m. and empty. I stop feeling like myself. Every reflection looks familiar, but emotionally it's somebody else. Somewhere between heartbreak and exhaustion, I forgot how peace was supposed to feel. Now every night I stay awake, trying to survive what's real. Oh, drums drop out completely, isolated piano in rain, soft vocal lyric. Maybe I don't need perfection, maybe I just need rest. Maybe healing starts with honesty instead of trying to hide this mess. And I miss hearing pause, I miss hearing my own laughter, I miss calm inside my chest, I miss waking up with purpose instead of emotional emptiness. Finding some big climax. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmonies, strings swell dramatically, somewhere between 2 a.m. and empty. I finally face myself tonight. Maybe broken people still deserve love, maybe darkness doesn't cancel light. Somewhere between losing and healing, I found a little hope inside the pain. And maybe every heavy night won't feel this way forever again. Stacked harmony soar softly. Ooh, won't feel this way forever again. Yeah. Drums fade, rain and the underroads, piano to remain. Morning slowly fills the apartment, blue shadows turning gold, and for the first time in forever, the silence doesn't feel so cold. Vinyl crackle fades into silence. Soft rain tapping against glass, distant vinyl crackle, warm rose chords drifting slowly. It's 3 a.m. again, and the room feels heavier than usual tonight. Like every thought I avoided all week finally found me at once. Ambience swells quietly beneath the piano. I don't think people realize how slowly someone can disappear. Minimal late night drums enter, deep bass heartbeat groove. There's a hoodie hanging by the doorway, still carrying yesterday's cologne. Little reminders that I'm living, but emotionally don't feel home. The ceiling fan keeps turning circles, saying where my mind is every night. Overthinking every conversation till even memories feel wrong inside. Soft electric guitar echoes faintly. I used to call this solitude, now it just feels difficult to breathe. Funny how peace and loneliness can look the same until they leave. Everybody says keep going, like motion automatically heals, but exhaustion hits different when you forgot strings slowly begin rising. I keep acting like I'm stable, cause vulnerability's dangerous now. But every night my inner voice gets harder and harder to drown out. Full emotion, now expansion. Late harmonies, I let myself drown. I'm losing pieces of myself tonight, somewhere between the silence and the city lights. Oh, every mirror shows my face, but I don't feel connected inside. I'm losing pieces of myself tonight, trying to survive another overthinking night. And honestly, I can't remember the last time my soul felt like. Oh, said, oh, homies, drift softly, felt soften in an emotional delivery. Friends keep asking where my energy went. I wish I knew the answer to, cause lately every simple thing feels emotionally difficult to move through. There's unfinished songs inside my phone, old dreams sitting on the shelf. I've been so busy staying functional, I forgot how to know myself. Warm cinematic strings slowly build, and the nights are always the hardest when there's nothing left to distract your mind. No notifications, no conversations, just all the things you've been trying to hide. The scary thing about burnout and collapsing all at once is slowly becoming emotionally numb till survival feels normal. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises. I smile during conversations, just enough to make it believable. But every night alone with myself feels emotionally unbearable. Larger harmonies, wider cinematic atmosphere. I'm losing pieces of myself tonight, somewhere between the silence and the city. Not every mirror shows my face, but I don't feel connected inside. I'm losing pieces of myself tonight, trying to survive another overthinking night. And honestly, I can't remember the last time my soul felt like. Drums disappear completely, isolated piano and ambient room tone. Maybe healing starts with admitting you're tired of pretending you're okay. Maybe strength looks less like hiding and more like letting somebody stay alone. I miss wait, pause. I miss waking up excited, I miss music feeling alive. I miss looking toward tomorrow without emotion, no fear inside. Full cinematic climax, so in harmony, strings swelling dramatically. I was losing pieces of myself tonight, but maybe they were never fully gone. Buried underneath the sadness, there's still something holding on. Maybe healing takes its time, maybe darkness doesn't always win, and maybe the version of myself I miss slowly finding its way back again. Stack falsetto harmony, so haunting, finding its way back, finding its way back. Rain on Biff returns, soft rose piano fading slowly. Morning close to the curtains. The city finally turning gold, and for the first time in a while, I don't feel completely alone. Final crackle fades into silence. Low city ambers, distant siren outside, soft piano chords echo through reverb. I used to love nights like this, rain on the window, city glowing in blue and gold. But lately even beautiful things feel heavy on me. Ambience slowly rising beneath the piano. When the lights stop feeling safe, you realize something inside you changed. Minimal drums enter softly, slow emotional groove. Streetlights leaking through the curtains, painting shadows on the floor. I've been awake for hours thinking about who I was before. The TV glow keeps filling silence, but nothing really calms my head. Every distraction fades eventually, leaving overthinking instead. Soft electric guitar textures shimmer quietly, and I know everybody struggles, I know I'm not the only one. But emotional exhaustion feels lonely when you hide it from everyone. Coffee stains beside my notebook, half-written lyrics on my phone. I keep trying to create beauty while quietly falling apart alone. Deep sub-bass wells, raised beds widen, 'cause lately even comfort feels unfamiliar somehow. The places that once gave me peace don't really help me now. Full emotional expansion, lay harmonies in some cinematic drums. When the lights start feeling safe, and the silence starts knowing your name. Every night becomes a battle just to keep your mind in place. When the dark starts feeling louder than the people in your life, have you learned how loneliness can grow? Even surrounded by city lights, falsetto harmony drips softly. City lights, city lights, city lights. Drum soften, intimate emotional delivery. Friends keep saying take a break, but I don't think rest alone can heal this. 'Cause burnout lies deeper than sleep, and sadness hides where nobody witnesses it. I miss when music felt like freedom, now it sounds like memories instead. Songs I used to escape inside now just echo everything in my head. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising. And the hardest part about changing is nobody notices at first. You just slowly lose your spark till surviving becomes your work. I still laugh during conversations, still show up when people call, but every night behind closed doors feels like I'm barely holding on at all. Drums build subtly, emotional tension rising. I keep trying to outrun feelings that keep waiting when the room gets quiet. your harmonies, emotional. When the lights start feeling safe and the silence starts knowing your name, every night becomes a battle just to keep your mind in place. When the dark starts feeling louder than the people in your life, you learn how loneliness can grow, even surrounded by city lights. Drums drop out completely, isolated roads, piano and ambient rain. Maybe I got too good at pretending. Maybe I stayed inside too long. Maybe strength ain't looking perfect. Maybe strength is saying something's wrong. She paused. I miss waking up beside it. I miss calmness in my chest. I miss feeling emotionally present instead of permanently stressed. Finally full cinematic climax, soaring on me, swelling streams, emotional release. When the lights start feeling safe, I thought I lost myself completely, but maybe healing starts a moment you finally face what's underneath it. Maybe darkness hasn't ended. Maybe heavy nights don't always stay. Maybe even broken people still deserve another day. Stack falsetto on me, rise emotionally. Another day, another day. Fade away. When the light slips through the softly, morning light slips through the curtains, blue shadows turning warm and golden. For the first time in forever, the night doesn't feel so cold. Final crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft neon light, dancing rain on pavement, warm rubber's piano in it slowly. Blue light pouring through the windows, city glowing like a dream I can't touch. Another night with too many thoughts and nowhere to put them down. Ambient synth rises gently. Some nights the mind gets louder than the world outside. Minimal late night groove and a soft kick, rim shots, deep sub bass. Taxi lights reflecting on the ceiling, empty coffee cup beside the bed. I've been replaying old conversation, trying to understand what I should have said. The apartment feels emotionally crowded, even when nobody else is here. 'Cause every memory walks in circles. The second midnight disappears. Soft electric guitar takes the shimmer in the distance. I miss when nights felt cinematic, now they just feel emotionally low. I miss silence sounding peaceful instead of proving something's wrong. And everybody thinks I'm distant, maybe they're right honestly. 'Cause it's hard explaining burnout when you barely understanding yourself mentally. Ambient paths widen, soft harmonies begin rising. Every passing night feels heavier than the last, and every version of myself lately feels stuck somewhere in the past. Full emotion and expansion, laying harmonies bloom over falsetto echoes drip softly. Blue neon, blue neon, blue neon, blue neon, blue neon, blue neon. Love dropping slightly, intimate, emotional delivery. Friends keep telling me you'll be alright, but healing ain't a straight road home. Some nights feel emotionally endless, even in a crowded room full of phones. There's unfinished songs in my laptop, dust collecting near the key. Funny how creative people can still feel emotionally empty. Warm cinematic strings slowly rise beneath vocals. I stopped opening up completely, cause vulnerability got exhausting too. Everybody wants honesty till honesty starts sounding uncomfortable to hear through. And the scary thing about sadness ain't crying or falling apart. It's waking up emotionally numb and still functioning like it's hard. Drums build subtly, emotional tension rising. I've been carrying invisible pressure so long it feels normal now. But every quiet moment lately feels like my soul breaking down. Larger harmonies, wider simulated atmosphere. Overthinking under blue neon, trying to hide and run feelings that keep holding on. Every thought gets louder when the whole city's sleeping. Overthinking under blue neon, searching for peace that keeps moving on. And honestly, I'm getting tired of fighting my own mind every evening. Drums disappear completely, isolated rose piano, ambient rain and soft reverb. Maybe I don't need all the answers, maybe I just need to breathe again. Maybe healing starts with slowing down instead of trying to force the end. No, Lord, miss feeling pause, I miss feeling emotionally grounded. I miss waking up feeling clear. I miss nights that felt beautiful instead of emotionally severe. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmonics, swelling strings, emotional lift. Overthinking under blue neon, but maybe I won't stay this lost forever. Maybe every heavy season eventually changes with the weather. Maybe peace is slowly finding me, even through these overwhelming nights. And maybe healing starts the moment you stop running from your mind. Stacked falsetto harmonies soar emotionally from your mind, from your mind. Drums fade away, soft rain on the earth's remain. Morning light breaks through the skyline, blue neon fading into gold. And for the first time in a while, my thoughts finally let me go. Vinyl crackles slowly fades into silence. Soft gets it hits, distant city rain. Lonely electric piano enters slowly. I heard my voice in a conversation today, and for a second it didn't even feel like mine. Like somewhere along the way I started speaking without really being present inside it. Ambient scent rises softly beneath the piano. How do you explain becoming unfamiliar to yourself? answering texts with short replies, avoiding calls I used to enjoy. Everybody says I changed lately. Maybe they notice what I can't avoid. The room still looks the same as always, same record stacked beside the bed, but something shifted in my spirit. Now every thought feels heavier in my head. Soft electric guitar texts a shimmer quietly. I miss when laughter came naturally. Now even smiles feel delayed, like my emotions buffering slowly, trying to process all this away. And every mirror in the apartment keeps reflecting someone tired, someone surviving every evening, but emotionally uninspired. And being paths widen, harmonies begin rising softly. I keep telling people I'm just stressed, I'll be alright, but honestly I barely recognize the person speaking half the time. Full emotional expansion, laying harmonies bloom. I don't sound like me lately. Every word feels emotionally distant, like I'm slowly fading somewhere inside my own existence. I don't sound like me lately, and I don't know how to fix it. Every night I hear my thoughts, but none of them sound optimistic. Falsetto echoes drifting to reverb, like me lately, like me lately. Drum soft and slightly intimate, emotional delivery. Friends invite me out more often, but exhaustion keeps saying no. Not because I don't love people, I just don't know how to show up. Oh, there's unfinished dreams on my laptop, half-written songs inside my phone. Funny how creative minds can still feel emotionally alone. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and maybe burnout changes your language. Maybe sadness changes your tone. Maybe too many silent nights can emotionally disconnect your soul. The scariest part about losing yourself ain't breaking down publicly, it's functioning so normally nobody notices silently. Lays deep and subtly, emotional tension rising. Every passing week feels harder to explain, cause even my own reflection feels emotionally strange. Larger harmony, cinematic emotional lift. I don't sound like me lately. Every word feels emotionally distant, like I'm slowly fading somewhere inside my own existence. I don't sound like me lately, and I don't know how to fix it. Every night I hear my thoughts, but none of them sound optimistic. Falsetto echoes drifting to reverb, like me lately, hiding lately. Drums disappear completely, isolated rows piano in the rain, in soft vocal reverb. Maybe healing starts with honesty. Maybe I've been hiding too much. Maybe people lose themselves slowly when life gets emotionally rough. Long I must faint pause. I miss feeling emotionally grounded. I miss peace inside my chest. I miss recognizing my own energy instead of feeling permanently stressed. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony strings swell dramatically. I don't sound like me lately, but maybe I'm not gone forever. Maybe buried under the exhaustion, there's still something holding everything together. Maybe healing changes your language. Maybe peace returns. When your side may sound like mine. Sound like mine. Soft rain and re-ants remains. Morning light floods through the curtains. Blue shadows fading into gold, and for the first time in forever, my voice finally sounds warm. Vinyl crackles slowly fades into silence. What makes it? Dreams fade away. Soft rain, harmonious and roads behind a remain. Morning light fills the apartment. Blue shadows turning gold, and for the first time in forever, the silence doesn't feel so cold. Vinyl crackles slowly, fades into silence. Soft phone notification echo. Distant rain outside. Warm roads, piano to slowly. There's a whole conversation in my notes app that you'll probably never read. Paragraphs written at 2 a.m. when honesty feels easier in the dark. Ambient synth hum rises beneath the piano. Some feelings only exist in unsent messages. Minimal late night grooving into soft kick, deep bass, gentle rim shots. I typed I miss you, then deleted it about 20 times tonight. Funny how 3 little words can suddenly feel too heavy to write. Blue light glowing on my face, city reflections on the wall. Everybody says just move on, like the heart obeys logic at all. Soft electric guitar texture shimmer quietly. Your contact's still pinned at the top, even though we barely speaking every time your name lights up. My chest still forgets how to breathe. I've been carrying conversations that never made it past my screen. Whole emotional worlds hidden inside messages you never seen. Ambient pads widen slowly, soft homies ride. soften slightly. Intimate emotional delivery. There's one draft that says I'm sorry, another one asks if you're okay. One admits I still think about you almost every single day. Friends say closure comes from distance, but distance just gave me more time to think. Now every quiet night turns emotional. Before I even realize I'm sinking, warm cinematic strings slowly rise. I replay old voice notes sometimes just to hear your energy again. Funny how memories sound warmer when you know something's already ended. And the hardest part about missing someone ain't the tears or sleepless nights, it's pretending you stop caring when your soul still holds on tight. Base deep inside, but the emotional tension builds. Every unsent message feels heavier after midnight, 'cause honesty gets louder when loneliness meets city light. Larger harmonies, turning that emotion deeper. These are texts I never had the courage to send. Late night confessions buried underneath my skin. Every word still echoes, even though you'll never hear them. These are feelings I rehearsed alone while staring at your name glowing on my phone. And honestly, I still don't know if letting go means leaving it unsaid. Drums disappear completely. Isolated roads, piano winning in rain. Maybe closure ain't a conversation. Maybe healing starts within. Maybe some people leave footprints that never fully disappear again. Long gone these pause, I miss hearing your laughter. I miss how safe your voice could feel. I miss believing love alone could fix everything we couldn't heal. Full cinematic climax, soaring on a scene, swelling strings, emotional release. These were texts I never had the courage to send. But maybe every feeling doesn't need an ending. Maybe loving someone deeply still matters even after it's finished. Maybe one day I'll stop rereading all the words I never said. But tonight your name still glows softly inside my overthinking head. Stack falsetto harmony so emotionally. Never said, never said, never said. Oh, drums fade away, soft rain and neons remains. Phone screen finally turning black. Morning light floods through the blinds, and for the first time in a while, I let the draft stay behind. Vinyl crackle slowly fades into sight. Vinyl crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft rain against the window, distant traffic hum. Warm roads, piano slowly enters. 3:47 in the morning, and somehow the city finally sounds peaceful. Meanwhile my mind sounds louder than ever. Ambience slowly rises beneath the piano. Everybody else resting while I'm fighting thoughts I can't turn off. Minimal late night groove into salty deep sub bass and no rim shots. Streetlights stretching across the ceiling like blurry memories I can't erase. I've been lying here for hours, trying to slow my heart rate. The TV glowing with no volume, static flickering through the dark. Every quiet second lately feels emotional sharp. Soft electric guitar, text to shimmer softly. I miss when nights felt beautiful, now they just feel emotional. I miss silence sounding peaceful instead of proving something's wrong. Coffee cup beside the mattress, half-written lyrics in my notes. I keep trying to create meaning while emotionally losing hope. Ambient past winding slowly, soft humming's rising. Every passing night feels heavier than before, and every overthinking thought keeps knocking at my door. Full emotional expansion, laying harmonies blue. Still awake while the city sleeps, trying to outrun thoughts too deep. Every light outside keeps fading, but my mind won't let me rest. Still awake while the world slows down, carrying emotions I never talk about. And honestly, I'm getting tired of fighting battles in my head. Falsetto echoes drift softly in my head, in my head. Drums soft and slightly in mid-emotional delivery. Friends keep saying take care of yourself, like healing happens overnight. But burnout moves inside, still leaving mornings lose their light. There's an open messages on my phone, calls I still haven't returned. Funny how isolation grows slowly till loneliness feels deserved. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and the scariest thing about sadness ain't crying when nobody sees. It's functioning through the exhaustion, like emotional survival is routine. I still smile in conversation, still laugh when timing feels right. But every night behind closed doors feels harder to survive inside. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises. I keep telling myself tomorrow I'll feel different somehow, but every midnight finds me emotionally worn down. Larger than my needs, cinematic, emotional live. Still awake while the city sleeps, trying to outrun thoughts too deep. Every light outside keeps fading, but my mind won't let me rest. Still awake while the world slows down, carrying emotions I never talk about. And honestly, I'm getting tired of fighting battles in my head. Falsetto echoes drift softly in my head, in my head. Drums disappear completely, isolated, rusting. Maybe healing starts with honesty. Maybe I've been hiding too much. Maybe strength ain't acting fearless. Maybe strength is opening up. Long scream pause. I miss feeling emotionally grounded. I miss calmness in my chest. I miss waking up without carrying this invisible heaviness. False cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional relief. Still awake while the city sleeps, but maybe I won't stay this lost forever. Maybe every overwhelming season eventually changes with the weather. Maybe peace is slowly finding me, even through these restless nights. And maybe healing starts the moment you stop running from the apartment, blue shadows turning gold. And for the first time in forever, the silence feels warm. Final crackle slowly fades into sighs and knees. Yeah. Low television static, soft rain ambience, warm roads, piano in it slowly. The TV's been running for hours, nobody's even watching it. I think I just needed noise in the room so my thoughts wouldn't sound so loud tonight. Funny how loneliness sounds different after midnight. Minimal late night groove enters, soft kick, deep sub bass, muted rim shots, blue light flickering across the ceiling, empty coffee cup beside the couch. Another night spent overthinking things I probably can't change now. There's clothes folded near the doorway, unfinished songs inside my phone, little signs I'm still functioning while emotionally feeling gone. Soft electric guitar texture shimmer softly. Everybody thinks I'm quiet lately. Maybe silence became my defense, 'cause explaining emotional exhaustion feels impossible to put in sentences. And every time the room gets still, my mind starts replaying old pain. So I leave the television talking just to keep me sane. Ambient pads widen slowly, soft harmonies rise beneath vocals. I keep pretending rest will magically fix me somehow, but burnout lies deeper than sleep can reach right now. Full emotional expansion, late harmonies bloom. Full emotional expansion, I'm with the TV on, trying to drown these thoughts till morning comes. Every channel changing, but nothing changes in my mind. Full emotional expansion, late harmonies bloom. Full emotional expansion, I'm with the TV on, watching fake stories while mine comes undone. And honestly, I'm getting tired of surviving every night. Falsetto echoes drip softly every night. Every night. Ooh. Every night, drum soft and slightly intimate, emotional delivery. Friends ask why I've been distant. I say life's just busy lately, but the truth feels much heavier than words people throw around casually. I miss feeling emotionally present. I miss music sounding alive. Now every melody feel it, like it understands what's inside. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and the hardest part about numbness ain't sadness or breaking apart. It's sitting in complete silence and feeling disconnected from your heart. There's an open text on my phone screen, calls I still don't answer back. Not because I stopped caring, I just don't know how to act. fast and night feels harder than before. And every quiet moment makes me question what I'm fighting for. Full emotional expansion, layered harmonies blue. Full emotional expansion, I'm with the TV on, trying to drown these thoughts till morning comes. Every channel changing, but nothing changes in my mind. Full emotional expansion, layered harmonies blue. Full emotional expansion, I'm with the TV on, watching fake stories while mine comes undone. And honestly, I'm getting tired of surviving every night. Drums disappear completely, isolated us, yeah. Maybe healing starts with honesty. Maybe I've been hiding too long. Maybe strength ain't looking perfect. Maybe strength is admitting something's wrong. Long ago, miss really pause. I miss feeling emotionally grounded. I miss calmness in my chest. I miss waking up without carrying this invisible stress. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. Full emotional extension, but maybe I won't stay this way forever. Maybe every overwhelming season eventually gets lighter with the weather. Maybe peace is slowly finding me, even through these restless nights. And maybe healing starts the moment you stop hiding from your mind. Stack falsetto harmonies soar emotionally from your TV static fades slowly, soft rain and tears remain. Morning light fills the apartment, blue shadows turning gold. And for the first time in forever, the silence doesn't feel cold. Soft final crackle, distant rain outside, lonely roads, piano enter slowly. I've been thinking about who I used to be before life started feeling this heavy, before every night turned into a conversation with my ceiling. Ambient synth rises gently beneath the piano. Somewhere along the way, I stopped recognizing my own energy. Minimal late night grooving to soft kick, deep warm bass, muted rim shots. There's old pictures sitting in my camera roll, versions of softly. I used to answer calls immediately. Now I let the phone ring out. Now because I stopped loving people, I just got tired of explaining doubt. And everybody says you've changed, like they noticed before I did. But burnout moves so quietly, you don't realize what it steals till it already did. And me in paths widen slowly, soft harmonies arise. I keep replaying memories, trying to figure out when survival slowly person I cared about. Full of motion but expansion, laid harmonies bloom. I miss the version of me that still believed peace was possible. Before every night got heavy and every thought became emotional. I miss the version of me that laughed without overthinking. Now I spend most nights searching for a feeling that keeps leaving. Falsetto echoes drift softly, keeps leaving, keeps leaving. Yeah. Drums soften slightly, intimate emotional derivative. Friends keep saying you'll bounce back, maybe they mean well honestly. But healing feels emotionally complicated when you forgot who you're trying to be. Yeah, there's unfinished songs inside my laptop, coffee stain beside the bed, little signs I'm still surviving even while emotionally drained. In my head, warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and the hardest part about losing yourself ain't crying or falling apart. It's functioning through the sadness while quietly disconnecting from your heart. I still smile during conversations, still joke when timing feels right. But every time I'm left alone, I barely survive my own mind. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises. Every passing midnight feels longer than before, and every quiet moment makes me miss myself more. Larger harmonies, systematic emotional build. I miss the version of me that still believed peace was possible. Before every night got heavy and every thought became emotional. I miss the version of me that laughed without overthinking. Now I spend most nights searching for a feeling that keeps leaving. Drums disappear completely, isolated roads, piano, ambient rain and soft vocal reverb. Maybe I'm not completely lost, maybe I'm just emotionally tired. Maybe healing starts the moment you stop expecting yourself to feel inspired. I'm looking, sway, pause. I miss waking up excited, I miss calmness in my chest. I miss feeling emotionally present, a permanently stressful intermittent climax. Soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. I miss the version of me, but maybe it still exists somewhere beneath crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft engine hum, distant rain on asphalt, warm roads begin to winter slowly. I couldn't stay inside tonight. The walls started feeling too close again. So now I'm driving, nowhere specific, just trying to quiet my mind before sunrise. Ambient scent rises beneath the piano. Some nights the city feels like the only thing awake with you. Minimal late night groove enters, soft kick, deep sub bass, muted rim shot, streetlights stretching across the windshield, neon reflection sliding on the glass. Every red light gives my thoughts too much time to wander back. The radio playing low beside me, song sounding heavier tonight. Funny how heartbreak feels louder when you're alone with city lights. Soft electric guitar texture shimmers softly. I've been taking longer routes home lately, just to avoid the silence in my room. Cause every empty corner there still reminds me of emotional gloom. And everybody says keep moving, like motion automatically heals pain. But you can drive through every midnight street and still carry sadness the same. Maybe in paths wide and slowly, soft harmonies rise. Every passing mile feels emotionally unresolved, like I'm searching for a peace, but don't know where it's supposed to come from at all. Full emotional expansion, let your harmonies bloom, chasing peace through midnight streets while the whole city disappears beneath me. Every traffic light keeps changing, but my mind stays stuck the same. Chasing peace through midnight streets, trying to outrun memories that still reach me. And honestly, I'm getting tired of carrying this invisible weight. Falsetto echoes drift softly, invisible waves, invisible waves, invisible waves. Drum soft and slightly, intimate emotional delivery. The skyline glowing in the distance looks beautiful from far away, but beauty is different lately when your soul feels emotionally drained. There's coffee stains inside the cup holder, half-written lyrics in my phone, and I keep trying to create something meaningful while emotionally feeling alone. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and the hardest part about overthinking ain't the sadness or regret, it's how your mind keeps replaying things your heart still can't forget. I still laugh when people need me, still answer, yeah, I'm fine on cue. But at every late night drive reminds me how much I've been hiding the truth. Yeah, bass deep and suddenly emotional tension rises. Every passing street light feels like another memory. The night quiet mile the night feels emotionally heavy on me. Larger harmony, cinematic, emotional lift, chasing peace through midnight streets while the whole city disappears beneath me. Every traffic light keeps changing, city ambience and soft vocal verb. Maybe peace ain't something you chase. Maybe it finds you when you slow down. Maybe healing starts the moment you stop trying to escape yourself now. Pause, I miss feeling emotionally grounded. I miss calmness in my chest. I miss driving with excitement instead of emotional stress. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. Still chasing peace through midnight streets, but maybe I'm finally getting closer. Maybe every overwhelming season eventually teaches you how to grow older. Maybe healing takes patience. Maybe every night don't always stay. Maybe all these lonely drives are slowly leading me somewhere safe. Stack falsetto harmony, so emotionally. Skyline, blue neon, fading into gold. And for the first time in forever, the road doesn't feel so cold. Ooh, vinyl crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft rainy miles, distant thunder, warms piano in it slowly. I've been exhausted in ways sleep can't fix, smiling through conversations while feeling emotionally miles away from myself. Ambient rises softly beneath the piano. Some nights your body rests, but your soul still feels awake and aching. Minimal late night groove and a soft kick, deep warm bass, muted rim shots, dark circles underneath my eyes now. Prove these nights been getting long. Every morning feels emotionally heavier, like something inside me is wrong. The apartment quiet except the rainfall, blue neon leaking through the blinds, and every little sound around me feels loud and inside my mind. Soft electric guitar texture shimmers softly. Coffee barely keeps me focused, music barely calms me down. I've been carrying invisible pressure everywhere around this town. Ooh, and everybody says take care, like healing happens instantly. But emotional exhaustion moves slowly, so sadness starts feeling routine to me. Image paths wide and slowly, soft harmonies rise. I keep pretending I'm okay, cause vulnerability feels unsafe. But every midnight finds me emotionally worn away. Full of motion and expansion, layered harmonies bloom. Tired eyes, heavy soul, trying to carry weight nobody knows. Every night gets colder when you're fighting thoughts alone. Tired eyes, heavy soul, searching searching for peace that still feels far from home. And honestly, I'm getting tired of surviving instead of growing. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Heavy soul. Heavy soul. Heavy soul. Drums soft and slightly, and nothing emotional delivery. Friends ask why I seem distracted. I laugh it off and change the subject fast, cause explaining emotional burnout feels impossible to unpack. There's unfinished songs on my laptop, messages I still don't answer back, little signs I'm still functioning while emotionally fading off track. Warm cinematic streams slowly begin rising, and the hardest part about sadness ain't breaking down what people see. It's carrying invisible heaviness while still acting normally. I still show up when people need me, still smile when timing feels right. But every quiet room reminds me how hard it's been to survive these nights. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises. Every passing evening feels heavier than before, and every silent moment makes me question what I'm fighting for. Larger enemies in that emotional lip, tired eyes, heavy soul, trying to carry weight nobody knows. Every night gets colder when you're fighting thoughts alone. Tired eyes, heavy, searching for peace that still feels far from home. And honestly, I'm getting tired of surviving instead of growing. Drums disappear completely. Isolated roads piano been raining soft vocal reverb. Maybe healing starts with honesty. Maybe I've been hiding too long. Maybe strength ain't acting fearless. Maybe strength is admitting something's wrong. Long given space, pause. I miss waking up with energy. I miss calmness in my chest. I miss feeling emotionally alive instead of permanently stressed. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. Tired eyes, heavy soul, but maybe I won't carry this forever. Maybe every overwhelming season eventually changes with the weather. Maybe peace is slowly finding me, even through these restless nights. And maybe healing starts the moment you stop running from your mind. Stack falsetto harmony so emotionally from your mind, from your mind. Fade away, soft rain and band runs remains. Soft ocean, like hanging distant rain fading in the warm vinyl crackle. Gentle roads, piano in it slowly. Sometimes I wonder what healing would sound like. Would it be silence? Would it be peace? Or just finally hearing your own heart without fear attached to it anymore? Ambient paths rise softly beneath the piano. Maybe healing sounds softer than pain. Minimal late night grooving to soft kick, warm sub bass, muted rim shots. The apartment still feels heavy sometimes, but tonight the air feels different somehow. Like the city outside finally slowed down, enough for me to breathe now. Street lights glowing through the curtains, casting gold across the floor. And for the first time in a long while, the silence doesn't feel like war. Soft electric guitar textures shimmer gently. I've been carrying invisible pressure for so many restless nights that I forgot what peace sounded like without overthink attached to life. And maybe healing ain't dramatic, maybe it happens quietly, in small moments where your spirit finally stops fighting internally. Ambient paths widen slowly, layered harmonies rise softly. Maybe healing starts the second you stop running. Maybe peace was never lost, just buried underneath the suffering. Full emotional expansion, warm harmonies bloom. If healing had a sound, maybe it'd feel like a rain slowing down, like soft music in an empty room. After surviving your darkest hours, if healing had a sound, maybe it'd feel like breathing again, like finally making peace with the person you've been. Falsetto echoes drip softly, breathing again. Breathing again. Oh. Breathing again. Drum soft and slightly intimate emotional delivery. Friends say I seem lighter lately, maybe they can hear it in my tone. Cause even though I'm still healing, I don't feel emotionally gone. There's unfinished songs on my laptop, but now they sound hopeful somehow. Funny how pain changes slowly when you stop trying to escape it all down. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and the hardest part about healing ain't learning how to let go. It's forgiving the version of yourself that carried pain alone. I still have overwhelming moments, still nights when my thoughts get loud, but now I know storms eventually pass, even when they feel endless in the clouds. Bass deepen subtly, emotional tension rises warmly. Every passing sunrise feels softer than before, and every quiet moment doesn't scare me anymore. Larger harmonies, cinematic emotional lift. If healing had a sound, maybe it'd feel like rain slowing down, like soft music in an empty room. After surviving your darkest hour, if healing had a sound, maybe it'd feel like breathing again, like finally making peace with the person you've been. Falsetto echoes drift softly, breathing again. Drums disappear completely. Isolated roads, piano, ambient room tone, and soft vocal reverb. Maybe growth looks less like perfection and more like surviving honestly. Maybe peace isn't permanent happiness. Maybe it's emotional stability. Long endless sleep pause, I miss who I used to be sometimes. But maybe I needed these nights too, 'cause broken seasons teach your spirit what resilience can do. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. If healing had a sound, I think I finally hear it now. In every deep breath after darkness, in every moment I stop breaking down. If healing had a sound, it'd feel like sunlight through the blinds, like finally realizing you survived your own mind. Stack falsetto harmony soared, survived your own mind, your own mind, your own mind. Drums fade away, soft rain on the edge returns gently. Morning light fills the apartment, blue shadows turning gold. And for the first time in forever, I finally feel whole. Vinyl crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft rain against the window, distant city ambience, lonely roads, pianoing slowly. You ever sit in a room so long that your thoughts start feeling more real than the world around you? Swear I've been lately, ambient synth hum rises softly beneath the piano. Some nights my mind feels impossible to escape. Soft kick, deep sub bass, muted rim shots, blue light stretching across the ceiling, coffee getting cold beside the bed. I've been replaying old conversations, trying to outrun everything inside my head. The apartment feels emotionally smaller every midnight that passes by, 'cause overthinking turns quiet rooms into places you emotionally hide. Soft electric guitar texture shimmer softly. Friends say I seem disconnected lately. Maybe they notice more than I say, 'cause I mastered sound and I'm alright while emotionally fading away. And every time silence fills the room, my thoughts start moving too fast, pulling old fears from the shadows and dragging memories from the past. Ambient paths widen slowly, soft harmonies rise. Every passing night feels emotionally endless lately, and every version of myself feels harder and harder to reach mentally. Emotional expansion, I keep disappearing into my thoughts, losing now inside emotions I can't stop. Every quiet night turns heavy when your mind won't let you rest. I keep disappearing into my thoughts, trying to fight battles nobody else can watch. And honestly, I'm exhausted from carrying this weight inside my chest. Falsetto, echoes drift softly inside my chest, inside my chest, inside my chest. Drums soft and slightly intimate, emotional delivery. There's unfinished songs on my laptop, unanswered messages on my phone, little signs I'm still surviving while emotionally feeling alone. I miss when nights felt peaceful. Now darkness feels emotionally loud, like every hidden fear inside me. Finally learned how to speak out. Warm cinematic strings slow begin rising. And the hardest part about overthinking ain't sadness or losing sleep. It's how your own mind slowly convinces you that you're drowning too deep. I still smile during conversations, still laugh when timing feels right. But nobody sees how hard it gets every single lonely night. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises. Every passing sunrise feels further than before, and every quiet moment makes me overthink more. Larger harmonies, kinetic, emotional. I keep disappearing into my thoughts, losing now inside emotions I can't stop. Every quiet night turns heavy when your mind won't let you rest. I keep disappearing into my thoughts. Disappear completely. Isolated rose piano, ambient rain and soft vocal reverb. Maybe healing starts with slowing down. Maybe I don't need every answer tonight. Maybe peace begins the moment you stop trying to win every fight. Side. Oh, I miss finally pause. I miss feeling emotionally grounded. I miss calmness in my chest. I miss trusting my own mind instead of feeling permanently stressed. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. I kept disappearing into my dreams, but maybe I'm finding me, finding my way out. Maybe overwhelming season eventually teaches you what healing's about. Maybe peace was always waiting on the other side of these restless nights. And maybe surviving all this darkness means I'm stronger than I realized. Stack falsetto harmony, so then I realized. Slips through the curtains, blue shadows turning gold, and for the first time in forever, my mind finally slows. Final crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft final crackle, distant thunder rolling outside. Warm rose piano enters slowly. I spent so long trying not to feel, trying to stay distracted, trying to survive quietly, that I forgot emotions don't disappear. They just wait for you in silence. Ambient scent rises softly beneath the piano, and tonight everything finally caught up to me. Minimal late night groove enters, soft kick, deep warm bass, muted rim shots. Rain sliding slowly down the windows, blue neon bleeding through the room. Every memory I buried lately started resurfacing all at once too soon. The apartment felt emotionally crowded, even though nobody else was there. Cause heartbreak, burnout, loneliness all finally filled the air. Soft electric guitar, texture shimmer softly. I sat staring at my reflection for what felt like hours tonight, trying to recognize the person hidden behind exhausted eyes. Every song playing softly started sounding painfully real, like music understood emotions I never fully let myself feel. Ambient paths widen slowly, soft harmonies eyes. Every passing second felt emotion, it overwhelmed me. Cause numbness only lasts so long before reality starts settling in. Full emotion and expansion, layered harmonies bloom. This was the night I finally felt everything. Every hidden scar, every sleepless evening, every moment I pretended I was stronger than the pain within me. This was the night I finally broke down. No distractions left to save me now. And honestly it hurt deeply, but finally feeling something felt healing soft. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Felt healing in some healing somehow. Drums soften slightly, intimate emotional delivery. I cried harder than I expected, like my soul finally got tired of hiding. Years of pressure leaving slowly. Through every tear I stopped fighting. There's unfinished songs beside the mattress, old messages inside of my phone, little reminders how long I carried this emotional weight alone. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising, and the hardest part about suppressing pain ain't acting like you're okay. It's forgetting how heavy your heart became, till it finally spills over one day. I realize healing ain't linear. Some nights still break you apart, but avoiding the emotions forever only disconnects you from your heart. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises warmly. Every passing breath started feeling lighter somehow, like honesty finally entered the room I've been emotionally trapped inside till now. Larger harmony, cinematic motion, no live. This was the night I finally felt everything. Every hidden scar, every sleepless evening, every moment I pretended I was stronger than the pain with me. This was the night I finally broke down. No distractions left to save me now. And honestly it hurt deeply, but finally feeling something felt healing somehow. Felt healing somehow. Felt healing somehow. Drums disappear completely, isolated rose piano, ambient rain and soft vocal reverb. Maybe healing starts with surrender. Maybe peace begins with truth. Maybe broken hearts grow stronger the second they stop running from wounds. Long hours, sweet pause. I miss who I used to be sometimes, but tonight I finally understand. Even damaged souls deserve softness. Even tired hearts can heal again. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. This was the night I finally felt everything, and somehow surviving it changed me deeply. Maybe vulnerability ain't weakness, maybe it's what finally frees me. This was the night I finally let go of carrying pain, plead alone. And maybe drums fade away, soft rain on my ears remains. Morning light slips through the curtains, blue shadows turning gold. And for the first time in forever, my heart finally feels open. Final crackle slowly fades into silence. Soft rain on days, fading in the distant, birds outside. Warm rose piano in it slowly. I used to think healing would happen all at once, like some dramatic moment where everything suddenly made sense. But maybe it's quieter than that. Maybe it's just surviving another night and waking up softer than before. Maybe hope sounds like sunrise after a long season of darkness. Minimal late night groove and a soft kick, deep warm bass, muted rim shots. Streetlights fading through the curtains, blue neon slowly turning gold. Another night I thought would break me, didn't leave me feeling cold. The apartment still looks the same now, coffee cup sitting by the bed. But something inside feels lighter, like peace finally reached my chest. Soft electric guitar texture shimmer softly. I spent so many nights hiding inside, overthinking and fear that I forgot healing could happen just by learning to stay here. And maybe every sleepless evening wasn't punishment after all. Maybe those lonely conversations taught my spirit not to fall. And we passed wide slowly, soft harmonies rise warmly. Every passing sunrise feels softer than before. And every quiet moment doesn't scare me anymore. Full emotional expansion, layered harmonies bloom. Maybe I'll find myself by morning. Maybe peace was closer than I thought. Every heavy night was shaping the strength I almost forgot. Maybe I'll find myself by morning, somewhere between healing and letting go. And honestly, for the first time, I finally feel whole. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Falsetto echoes drip feel. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Feel whole. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Falsetto echoes drip softly. Feel whole. Drum soft and slightly intimate emotional delivery. Friends say my energy feels different. Maybe they hear it in my tone. Cause even though I'm still healing, I don't feel emotionally alone. There's unfinished songs on my laptop, but now they sound alive again. Funny how surviving darkness changes how you hear the wind. Warm cinematic strings slowly begin rising. And the hardest part about healing ain't learning how to move ahead. It's forgiving every version of yourself that carry pain instead. I still have nights that overwhelm me, still moments where my thoughts run wild. But now I know storms eventually pass, and tired hearts can reconcile. Bass deep and subtly, emotional tension rises warmly. Every passing moment feels emotionally clear, like I finally stopped running from everything I feel. nostalgia, harmony, and cinematic emotionalism. Maybe I'll find myself by morning. Maybe peace was closer than I thought. Every heavy night was shaping the strength I almost forgot. Maybe I'll find myself by morning, somewhere between healing and letting go. And honestly, for the first time, I finally feel whole. Feel whole. Birds fade away, ghost drift soar. Completely isolated roads, Pinot, ambient dawn, ambiance, and soft vocal reverb. Maybe healing was never perfection. Maybe it was learning how to stay, learning your soul still deserves softness, even after all the pain. Long after this fairy pause, I miss older versions of myself sometimes. But tonight I finally understand. Every broken season taught me how to become stronger again. Full cinematic climax, soaring harmony, swelling strings, emotional release. Maybe I find myself this morning in the quiet after surviving the night. Maybe peace was always waiting on the other side of the fight. Maybe every lonely evening led me exactly where I'm supposed to be. And maybe healing truly starts the second you finally believe. Stack falsetto harmony, soar, emotion, believe. Finally believe. Finally believe. Finally believe. Finally believe. Fade away. Rain fully stops. Soft sunrise and the earth remains. Morning light floods through the apartment. Golden shadows fill the room. And for the first time in forever, I finally feel like myself again. Vinyl crackle slowly fades into silence.